Today I'm gonna show you how I made a game like this, even though I had no prior experience in game development. I made this game more than a year ago, on February 24th, 2021 to be exact. It was actually an assignment I had to do for college. I was tasked with creating a game on any topic using C++ and the SDL library. But we have a problem. At that time I had only been learning programming for like 3 months, and I couldn't even remember all the basic syntax. Why didn't it work? Creating a game at that time seemed impossible to me. But I had no other choice. Either I did it, or f*** off and retake the course next year. So, like any normal person wanting to learn something new, I searched on YouTube. I found this series from Coder Golfer and a website called Lazy Fool. After watching all the videos in that series and reading every word on the website, I felt confident that I was ready to start making this game and get an A+. Well, maybe a few more days. And after a few more days, I was 100% confident that I would make a proper game and get an A+. So during this time, I played a game called Tower Fortress on my phone. This game is about a robot jumping up a tower, killing monsters, and destroying a weird machine. Boom! End of the game. It's a fun game though, so I decided to make a similar game but horizontal. I searched on Google for images of the character in that game and redrew him exactly. So creative, huh? The original character looks cool, but I decided to throw it away because my ego could not accept it. And after spending a few more time messing around, I ended up with a character in a similar style, but with a different outfit. And I called it the Metal Knight. Because of metal? Knights usually have swords and shields, right? But I like guns, so no swords. We use guns. Then I added some animations for the character, like running, jumping, and falling. Currently our main character is just standing still, so I wrote some more code to make it move with the keyboard and shoot with the left mouse button. Then I exported it, and we had a character. Wait me a sec. And we had Metal Knight. Next, I started creating a level for our character to run and jump around in. Initially, I planned to make only one level, where the game would end once the player reached the end. But after showing my game to my teacher, he told me, "Why don't you make an endless level?" Why didn't I think of that? So I scrapped the old level and designed 50 new ones. The idea here is to have 3 levels appear on the screen at once. When the player reaches the third one, the first level moves to the end and changes to one of the 15 pre-designed levels. And it will keep repeating like that. Sounds simple, right? What could possibly go wrong? What the actual Now our main character has a place to run around, but it still feels empty here. So I decided to add an enemy, and I called it the Undead Skeleton. You know, because of whatever. Just like the knight, I drew the skeleton myself. To make it move, I wrote a simple script that controls it. It automatically moves toward the player if the player is in its line of sight, and when it gets close enough, it attacks. If it hits an obstacle, it will turn around. Oh, and it even knows how to do this. To add more challenge, I added an explosion. If you touch it, you're dead. This creates pressure for the player to keep moving forward. I also added some sound effects for jumping, footsteps, shooting, and more. I also created a menu system. As for the background, we don't talk about that. And finally, I uploaded the project to GitHub and submitted it. I checked out some of my classmate games, and most of them use much more complicated algorithms than mine. I was worried I couldn't get a high score, but everything went smoothly, and I ended up getting a 10 out of 10. Very cool. And that's how I made my first game using SDL. It's not that good of a game though, but for a first project I think it's acceptable. I'll put the GitHub link down below if you wanna check it out. Alright, see ya.